Think of the first person that comes to your mind, the one who constantly occupies your thoughts. Your angel says there is a special reason you are receiving this message now. Be completely honest with yourself. You are very close to getting what you want with this person, regardless of your goal, desire, or intentions you have manifested. All of this is about to become a reality. At the moment, there may be a distance between you two, and it might not be clear who distanced themselves first. The situation may have become tiring, perhaps even too intense for both of you. Someone may have been left aside, and now this person feels a void, a deep lack without you nearby. Something important is missing in his life, something that was lost when you two separated. It is evident that you played a crucial role in this person's life, providing him with a significant dose of self-confidence that he now greatly misses. More than that, you were an extremely welcoming presence for him, offering a kind of support and comfort he cannot find anywhere else. During that tumultuous period of his life, full of challenges and obstacles, you were there. But when he chose to walk away, or when fate intervened and separated you, he lost that strength and peace you brought. In those brief moments when you were still together, he experienced true happiness, that sense of living fully, even if it was fleeting. Perhaps it was a short relationship, a simple adventure, or even an affair. It doesn't matter how you define it, the time you spent together was significant for him. Now, even if it hasn't officially ended, everything indicates that it is coming to an end. He is intensely manifesting the desire for you to return, a clear sign that he is not ready to leave behind what you built together. This person is deeply affected by your absence. He feels an enormous void, a lack that seems unbearable. At the moment, there may be a distance between you two, and it might not be clear who distanced themselves first. The situation has become tiring, perhaps even too intense for both of you. Someone was left aside, and now he feels a deep void without you nearby. You played a crucial role in his life, offering a huge dose of self-confidence that he now greatly misses. You were a welcoming presence, providing support and comfort that he cannot find anywhere else. He is desperate to bring back the connection you had. He values his freedom, but he cannot forget you, no matter how hard he tries. Your memory is powerful, inflaming his heart with vivid memories and intense feelings. No matter where he goes or what he does, the impact you had on his life is profound, and your absence is felt as a constant void. You are dealing with someone who has a rebellious energy, a person who greatly values freedom and is reluctant to connect deeply with another person. However, no matter how hard he tries, forgetting you is impossible. Your memory is powerful, an energy that continues to inflame his heart with vivid memories and intense feelings. No matter where he goes or what he does, the impact you had on his life is so profound that your absence is felt as a constant void, a silent presence that still occupies a significant space in his existence. Amid this complicated story, there was a third person, someone who was already present even before you met. When your conversations began to deepen, this person was already intertwined in your lives, carrying a strong energy that wished to possess exclusively the person you had begun to value. This situation quickly became extremely stressful and unsustainable, leading you to a point where you had no choice but to walk away. The need to distance yourself became crucial. It was essential to cut all ties and contact to protect your emotional well-being. In this process, you suffered deeply, facing intense anguish. Every moment of pain you faced is important and deserves to be recognized. If you are feeling uncomfortable, anxious, or insecure, know that your guardian angel is by your side, ensuring that everything will improve. The person with whom you shared these moments is more open than ever, ready to hear everything you have to say. He always saw you as someone extremely welcoming, considering you beautiful and attractive. The connection between you two is undeniable and deeply engaging. This attraction goes far beyond the surface, transcending mere external appearance. It is a connection that touches the core of your souls, a powerful force that draws you to each other, defying any logic or reason. It's as if your spirits are intertwined, creating a bond that is not only physical but spiritual. This union is much deeper and more meaningful, signaling something greater than you can imagine. This person longs for something more than just friendship. He is eager to re-establish direct and meaningful contact with you. He wants to reopen the channels of dialogue with a clear message, "Let's talk again." Often, he struggles to control his impulses because his feelings for you are so intense that they leave him completely vulnerable and a bit disoriented. This emotional intensity makes him feel exposed, showing a part of himself that is usually reserved and controlled. He is fully aware of your value. He knows that, regardless of the circumstances, you always find a way to thrive and make the best of situations. He admires your ability to adapt and succeed, no matter the challenges you face. Between the two of you, there is a constant energetic connection, an invisible thread of shared thoughts and dreams that keeps you connected, even when you're not communicating directly. This bond goes beyond words and encounters. It's a resonance that stays alive, a feeling that, even when distant, your hearts are in sync. He can't help but be drawn to this connection, and it's what motivates him to want to resume dialogue, to want to be close, to want to be part of your life again. The emotions are deep and true, and he wants you to know this. He wants you to feel how much he values every moment, every word, every shared silence. It's as if there's a magnet constantly pulling you towards each other, a force that can't be ignored or denied. Many messages were written, loaded with feelings and confessions, but they never reached you. In a moment of sincerity, he tried to talk to you, but for some reason, the message never arrived. He tried using digital channels, but they got lost, perhaps diverted to the spam folder or simply not delivered due to some technological error. His frustration is evident, as all attempts to communicate failed, leaving him feeling powerless and unable to assert his presence in your life. He expresses his regret, confessing that it was difficult for him to maintain influence and trust in you, especially with the growing distance. He deeply regrets having distanced himself, a decision he now sees as rash and possibly wrong. He wanted you to know how important each contact attempt was, how much he desired to be present. This lost connection leaves a void, a space he feels needs to be filled. Every unsent message, every unspoken word weighs on his heart, creating a sense of lack. He wonders if you also feel this absence, if you realize how much he wanted to be close, how much he still wants to be. He keeps wondering if there's still a chance, if there's still a way to recover the lost time. He wonders if you would understand his silence, if you would forgive his failings. Because deep down, all he wants is a chance to make things right, to show how much you mean to him. The frustration is palpable, almost tangible. He wanted so much for you to know, for you to feel the same desire for rapprochement. He wonders if you are willing to open that door, to reopen that channel of communication. He wants, more than anything, for you to feel the sincerity in his words, to see how much he cares. This person is going through a period of great suffering and dissatisfaction, mainly because of your absence. He finds himself in a state of discontent, not only for being without you, but also for the idea that you might be finding happiness with someone else. In his mind, the phrase constantly echoes, "It should be me you're thinking about." He feels a palpable jealousy toward someone new in your life, someone who seems capable of offering reciprocal love, someone who truly cares about you and wouldn't consider letting you go. This jealousy extends to anyone who seems to have the connection he once shared with you. He keeps wondering, how are you? What are you doing? Are you happy? These questions torment him, creating a storm of emotions. The pain of your absence is real and intense, and he feels as if a part of him is missing. Every moment without you is a constant reminder of what he lost. He finds himself thinking about the memories you shared, the moments of joy, and the challenges overcome together. He wonders if you also miss those moments, if you remember them fondly, or if you have already left them behind. This thought consumes him, making every day without you feel like an eternity. And then he thinks, do you think of him too? Is there still a chance to reconcile? He dreams of reconciliation, of the possibility of rebuilding what was lost. But the fear of being rejected, of finding out you have moved on, stops him from acting. He deeply wishes for you to know how much you mean to him, how much your absence affects him. He wants you to understand that, despite everything, he still cares, still worries, still feels. Every beat of his heart is a reminder that you are still present in his life, even if only in thought. And so, he continues, struggling against the desire to reach out, to say everything he feels. Because deep down, he knows that you are unique, irreplaceable, and he just wants a chance to show how true this is. If, for some reason, you don't feel directly impacted by these words, perhaps they resonate with someone close to you, a friend or family member who knows this complicated web of feelings and has been by your side, offering support. This situation is not balanced. Emotions and reason are misaligned. Even so, there is hope. There is a subtle energy of comfort and closeness that still persists between you, showing that there is still room to rebuild what was lost and move forward to a future where both can exist more harmoniously and happily. He is fully aware of his own selfishness, recognizing that his actions and words may have created the impression that you left him isolated in the dark, although this is not the reality. Over time, he began to realize that his behavior was more of a defensive reaction than an accurate assessment of the facts. He acted like a victim, but now he is starting to understand that he acted impulsively and recklessly, without considering the consequences of his actions or the impact of his words on you. This individual carries an enormous weight of regret, a deep and persistent feeling directly related to how things unfolded between the two of you. He deeply regrets what happened, and a significant part of himself blames himself internally. He struggles internally with conflicting thoughts. Yes, I am not good enough for you, but I want to try again. This is an intensely personal and heavy feeling, marking a period of personal transformation, where he is learning to be truly honest, not just with those around him but, more importantly, with himself. In the past, it was much easier for him to hide his feelings, mask his true emotions behind a facade of indifference or detachment. However, now he finds himself at a crossroads where he no longer has the option to simply hide what he feels. He is being forced to take the reins of his emotions and face the reality of his choices and desires. He feels deeply incomplete, convinced that no one he gets involved with in the future will be able to truly understand him. He fears that there will never be anyone who can understand who he really is, which leaves him incredibly anxious and sad. The feeling that he failed you, that he lost the best thing that ever happened to him, is overwhelming. This perception is imbued with a sense of irreparable loss, a sadness that he carries with him daily. You possess all the qualities this person desires most. You have that look that penetrates the soul, a brilliant mind, and, once again, a welcoming capacity that seems almost supernatural. There is something in your heart, a pure and enveloping energy that makes him feel seen and understood like never before. You listened to him and saw who he really is, an experience so unique that he values this feeling. This recognition and acceptance are something he constantly thinks about, something he carries with him wherever he goes. He is preparing to communicate in a way that truly shows what he feels. He knows he needs to be truthful, transparent, and is meticulously choosing every word to ensure his intentions are clear. He wants you to feel the sincerity and depth of his feelings. He is determined to share not only the story that united you, but also the emotions and circumstances that made him leave. He wants you to understand that leaving was not easy and that the reasons behind it are more complex than they seem. He is willing to open his heart, to be honest about his failures and fears. He wants to present a proposal for reconciliation, an offer of renewal that is solid and meaningful. He does not want to leave room for doubts or misunderstandings. Every word, every phrase, is meant to be a clear reflection of his commitment to the truth and the desire to rebuild what was interrupted. He understands that this reunion needs to be built on an unshakable foundation of honesty and shared vulnerability. Therefore, he prepares to speak to you with an open heart, willing to reveal not only the joys and connections you shared, but also the pains and mistakes that may have clouded the path. He wants you to understand everything that has happened since he left, all the nuances of his journey, and the complex feelings that accompanied him during this interval. With this desire for clarity and authenticity, he hopes not only to repair burned bridges, but also to strengthen the bonds that have never ceased to exist between you. He wants you to deeply feel every word he shares, allowing them to echo in your soul and resonate in every part of your being. The universe is committed to ensuring your success and will continue to guide you towards positive outcomes, regardless of the choices you make. Always remember that you are deserving and destined for a love that seems written in the stars. To fully absorb this message and all the blessings it carries, declare in the comments, "I accept." By doing so, you will open yourself to receive divine will today. Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on future messages. We look forward to reconnecting with you soon. Together, we will elevate our spirits and generate waves of positive energy. Stay tuned for the next important message that will come in the next video. May God and the universe illuminate your every step with peace, love, and faith. Amen.